Today's fabric haul was from 2 different thrift stores for a total of about $12. We'll check out this bag first. It was $12.99, but it was half off, and that's the only reason I even considered buying it, because I don't have any use for the fabric at the bottom of this bag. First up, this Marlin's furry stuff. From 2010. Let's see how much there is. It's right at about 2 yards, which makes it perfect for a blanket. I can't think of anyone I know who's a big fan, but I'll see who I can give it to. Next, the University of Texas, Austin. I mean, it's a nice looking fabric and I like the color, but it's, I for sure don't know anyone who went to that school. Let's see how much fabric there is. Personal use only. So this is also 2 yards. Not very wide fabric though. Probably the minimum regular quilting fabric size. I'll have to think about what to do with it as well. Not quite sure what this one is. Oh my god, it's Daniel Tiger! That is hilarious. This is super cute. It's really more of a felt, so I'm not sure how you would use this, but it's got the whole neighborhood, well, not the whole neighborhood, but it's got that and the treehouse where I think the owl and kitty live. And it's about 2 yards because it's 2 prints of this. So how would you use this? Being that it's felt, not some other fabric. Because it is super cute. I'm not sure. Let me know. Next, a tiny bit of this purple metallic-y fabric, which is enough for doll clothes. I'd say it's about half-ish yard. I think they cut into the sides though, so. But it's cute. It's about a half yard of quilting cotton. It's a really cute print. It's sort of vintage, or I guess antique, kind of before 1920s. But it's very cute colors. Let's check out what it says. Ginny Buyer for Mr. RJR Fashion Fabrics. It would probably be really good for a quilt. Next, so it's a easy iron-on pattern. So it's like the Aunt Martha's, only Glenda's. I mean, it looks very 80s. Yes? We'll see. Some brown. This is sort of soft but thin fabric. Not a lot of it. Enough if I wanted to do some applique stuff. It would work really great for brown animals or tree trunks, because I've used this for another applique quilt I worked on. I did tree trunks. Next, a small piece of velvet. A really, really dark burgundy. I wonder if this is a cotton velvet because of the backing. Makes it seem like it might be a cotton velvet. It's not a very big piece, so maybe for a Barbie. This is a little bit heavier weight fabric. Let's see what it says. THC Hawaiian Textiles. Okay, I can see that. I like it. I'm not really much of a brown person, but I do like the pattern. Let me see how much there is of it. So it's 45 inches wide and about 2¼ yards long. It's been cut into, so it was probably 3 yards or more. It has a really large pattern because it starts here and then it ends down here. And because of the colors, it'd be really easy to match another fabric to it to make it into like a dress. So like maybe a black top and then a long skirt part out of this fabric. It seems like it's paint on it though. Maybe I'll look into the fabric a little bit more to see how to take care of it. Next, this is it kind of feels like an upholstery fabric. Looks like one too. The edges are all done up. Not professionally, by the way. So they probably made this into like a tablecloth. I mean, it's not a terrible pattern and it's not super pretty. It looks like it's about 40 inches square or so. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with it, but we'll see. Next, a screen print. Doesn't actually have the full name on there. This is just a small piece. It's not even a full half yard. Cone Mills doing business as. This is a larger piece. Okay, doing business as David and Dash. It feels like it has a coating on it. This is sort of a green with red and then black. It looks like just over a yard, but it's very wide fabric, probably close to 60 inches. I just don't know what I would use that for because it's not a... I guess it would make a really different sort of large bag. And like some parts have more red than green and some are more green than red and I don't know. Give me your take on this fabric. Next, this is like car upholstery. It's not velvet, or at least not that kind. Velour, I think is the correct name for it. Velour. But it's heavy duty, like for cars or pants. I don't know. Looks like it's, well, a little more than a yard, but it's been cut into. Miniature furniture, I guess. I was thinking about making an American Girl doll couch. I got this pattern that has a pattern for that. That might work. It's almost a pink, so my niece would like that. Next, this is a flannel with llamas, with scarves, it's and hats. I'm not sure about the colors. I mean, orange and lime green. Just says style 47887. So it looks like it's about a yard. So it would be good enough for like a baby blanket. Like I said, I'm not real sure about the colors. I don't know. The colors, man. I don't know. Then lemons, which Mary Jo's sold for $1.39 for this. I don't know, it seems kind of like a fat quarter. Farmers Market 2007 RJR Fabrics. I like it. I wish it was a little bigger because it's tough to use. But if I had a quilt on this color and this kind of theme, this would be really great. So I'll put it with all my yellows. I'm not sure what this fabric is called, which is on me. I should know by now. Because it's soft on one side and then cheesy on the other. Sort of a peachy pink. Is that a... almost kind of looks like a duck with a hat. Like that's its duck bill and its eyes. But I don't think that's what that's supposed to be. Let's see how much there is. So it's 1.5 yards. And it's just this one single print going around in circles. It's not really quilting fabric. You know, it might make a really interesting bag or a shirt. Give me your opinion. And last from that bag is this. Maybe it's a rayon. I really like it. I am a fan. It's very lightweight. It's pretty wide. It definitely has a stain. Ew. I think that's rust, actually. I really like the pattern though, and the color. It might be enough to make a skirt. Let me see. Okay, it's 58 inches wide and just over 1.5 yards long. I think I could get a skirt out of it. I'm gonna take this fabric with me and try and find a blue to match it because I don't think I have one. And I just don't think black would do well with it. I don't know. It's going to be hard to match, though. So from the other thrift store, $1. This is a really lightweight, sort of a, I would say cotton. It's not gauze, but it is super see-through. But it feels super nice. Let's see how much there is. Okay, I checked and it's 1.2 yards. I thought it looked about short for 2 yards. I like to wear lightweight shirts with tank tops underneath, so I may do that with this fabric. And for $1, I mean, really. $1. So this is about 1/2 yard of canvas. It's a heavier, lots of texture. Sort of like you'd use for painting, you know, covering stuff up while you paint. I have several of these. I guess I can just use them as the interior of some bags. Like tote bags. And just a plain cream, which looks like it's, yep, another 1/2 yard. I wonder if they had a plan to make this into something, since those were both the same size. It's not quite yellow. It's definitely cream. So that's always a nice thing to have on hand. And then it kind of feels like a cotton polyester. Can't say for sure, but it doesn't feel that nice. It's not very heavyweight. And it was originally, I'd say 1 yard, but it has been cut into quite a lot. See? I mean, it's got good colors, so it's still useful. So I'll stick it with my blues. But I think $1 for those 3 is still pretty good. And then this one, which is, I just forgot the name. I don't know, velour? I don't know. Oof. I wish they'd stuck this taping on the opposite side. Oh no. I like the color and it feels super nice. So it's like a fake suede is what the word I was looking for. Even that side feels nice. Let's see how much there is. So it's right at 2 yards. All this fake suede for $1. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I really like the color, so that's why I bought it. Not sure that's the best reason to buy something, but I did. Maybe a pillowcase would be nice. I do have some purple pillows. I might go with it. I think this is a little lighter than those. We'll think about it. So I got these 2 bags, each for $1. It's just fabric scraps. Let's see what we got. So some strips, just some white though, so I think that's almost always useful. This is a heavier duty white, looks like about half a yard. Maybe not quite, maybe a third. And we got this, which is like a silk or a fake silk. Two separate pieces. I like it. It's not a lot though. This is like I am having some brain farts today, you guys. But it's silky, feels nice. Almost has a silvery look to it. Then we got this, which is very see-through. And some more of this one. And then some pink. This is more like a cotton, but with a coating on it, maybe. See how it's kind of shiny? But long strips of that. This is a super pretty red and it's soft. So I really wish there was more. But I'll take it. It's real pretty. It is a great red. It is. I don't even know if it shows up that well on camera, but it is the red you want. Some blue jeans. I saw a neat video on YouTube for making a jean purse with different colored jean pieces, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So this is sort of a creamy yellow. Interesting. No, that's just the side there. Okay. So it's about 2 yards and it's about maybe a 1/4 yard wide. Some parts it's wider than others, but it's definitely, it can be useful. This is a silky sort of material, turquoise and black. It's an interesting pattern. It kind of reminds me of Dr. Seuss with sort of the feathery look to everything. It looks like it's probably not quite a yard, but it's very wide. So, So I don't know. I mean, oh no, there's a little stain there. I'll have to see if I can get that out or work around it. It's cute. And I mean, you could make like a tank top out of it because of how much there is. But I don't know about anything like with sleeves. I don't know. I do like it though. I'll see if I can get that stain out and then we'll see. Some sand or camel or... I think it's too light to be considered a taupe. But just two... I can't call these squares. They're rectangles. Or it's an optical illusion. But anyways. Some white. As always, white pieces can come in handy when you're when you're trying to make stuff. As long as it doesn't have to perfectly match whatever you're doing. Some more satin kind of material. This is, I guess, a fake suede, but it doesn't feel that great. It's very velour, cheap feeling. So I would say it's not really, it's more of a velour than a fake suede. No stretch. Not really sure what I would use this for. There's not a ton of it, but it probably equals up to maybe about half a yard, but cut pieces, so it, even if it's more, it's still like a half yard. I don't know what I would use this for. So if you have ideas, let me know. I think I might actually have some more of this. Look, it's got a pin in it. Danger. Clearly they were making something. Probably a, well, I guess this would have been the front where you would put the buttons or whatever. It'll be tough to use because it's such a big pattern, but not much fabric. This is like a knit. It's just pieces. That sucks. It feels really nice. It's actually not a knit. I'd say it's like a rayon. But I can probably use it for a doll dress, and that's it because the size of the pieces is just not enough to make much. And the second bag, we'll see if this one was also worth $1. Sort of a fake suede, but not as nice fabric. Good for appliquing though. So about a quarter or a third yard of this plaid. You know, that could be cute as either a doll's, like a doll skirt, or a purse. Opinion? We've got some black here. That's it's not cotton. Just like this polyester something. Quite a few pieces of it. You can't use it in quilts because it's just yuck. But maybe doll clothes or maybe purse lining because it's kind of like liner fabric. Super dark navy blue cotton. I'd say it's about parts quarter yard, parts half yard. I'll probably just stick it with the rest of my blues. And if I ever have a need for a super dark navy blue, I'll have it. It almost looks black. Then I have this black, which is different than the other one and manages to feel cheaper. So I don't know what I would use that for. So quite a few blue squares. I like the color. Is that? It's a different blue. I like it, so I will keep that. I have a container with just fabric squares that have already been cut out that I've gotten through all my hauls, so I'll just stick it with all the rest of those. Hey, look, some more of this. So it's about the same size as the other one. So I would say I have enough for a dress, really, for a doll, anyways. So you think a white collar or a green collar? I think a peach collar would not go with the brown very well. Probably white. It's the most neutral. But maybe green ribbon. That might be cute. So about a half yard of this. No name on the selvage. So I like the idea behind it, but I don't know if I like the fabric itself. It's like a quilting cotton. So I'll think about how I want to use it. Just some blue strips. Pre-striped. For a second there I thought it was sewn together, but no. It's not a lot of it. I mean, I could kind of see those colors being good in a purse. And like if I made it smaller, and if I had a flap that came over and made it pink. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. So, sort of Asian inspired yellow and red, but just the strips. Oh, look, more. Oh, two pieces. Huh. Well, oh, cool. I mean, I could make a tote bag and a purse, but the tote bag could only have one side like this. I'd probably make the other side sort of a gray, a dark gray. Give me your opinion of that idea. Okay. Um, Sort of like a tweed. Oh, okay. I thought that was really weird. So it's definitely woven. It's very small. So I don't know. I don't know what I'd use that for right now. And we have two pieces of this. It's like a weird fake corduroy. I mean, I guess it's still corduroy, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. It just doesn't feel right. The fabric with a weird coating on it. Pretty on that side, right? A little more of it. A little more than a fat quarter, probably. Some wine colored cotton. Sort of a white on yellow print. I don't know if you can see it. It's not my favorite, but there's not very much of it either. Just a couple of strips. This is actually really heavy fabric. Like much heavier than I was expecting. I wish it was a bit bigger. I mean, I love the color, so there's just only so much I can do with it because of the size, you know? But if you have a suggestion, let me know. It's like a dark gray with black splatters on them. Kind of looks like a forest, or the idea of a forest at night. But just some pieces. I could use it with the right quilt. At first I thought this was flannel, but it's just a quilting cotton, I think. More strips. Nothing wrong with strips, but I mean, it does limit what you can use it in. It is cute though, sort of a turquoisey blue rather than a dark blue, so it might actually be cute as a purse. This strip's a bit wider. It's not quite half a yard, so I'll think about it. Some more corduroy, but it's the same. It's not thick. Normal corduroy is usually a lot thicker. So I'm not really sure why this is different, or how, or like the fabric type maybe, like what it's made out of. But you know, it's a decent size for something small. Then we got this, which it's not quite paisley, but it's kind of that idea, especially with the colors. Is a bigger piece. Kind of the way it's cut makes it tough to use in something because it doesn't have like the full design to sort of use within it. So what did you think of today's haul? Was it worth about $12? I think I did pretty well. I liked some of it. Some of it I'm going to have to donate, maybe? I don't know. And I'll have to think up some uses for the rest. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I have a playlist of just fabric hauls linked here in the video. Thanks.